Long-awaited sunscreen regulations from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration should simplify the sunscreen selection process. For the first time, the FDA has defined the testing that sunscreen products must undergo before they can be labeled broad spectrum.
Sunscreens now will not be able to be identified as sunblocks, because we don't want to give the false impression that complete sun protection is provided. Sunscreens cannot make claims of protection for more than 2 hours without submitting supporting data to the FDA and obtaining approval for that claim. Waterproof and sweat-proof claims will no longer be permitted because they promise more protection than is actually supported by the data. Water-resistant claims will be substituted there, and they can indicate whether the product remains effective for 40 minutes or 80 minutes based on a test that is established.
American Academy of Dermatology President Dr. Ronald L welcomed the changes.
Well, this makes it a lot easier for us to explain to our patients that now when it says broad spectrum, that it has good UVA blockage.
And what should dermatologists tell their patients who will be reading about the new labeling?
We really just tell them now you look for broad spectrum, and broad spectrum now means that it includes not only UVB but also includes UVA protection. So I think that now it's a lot simpler. It used to be a complicated answer for me when I explained which sunscreen. I almost had to tell them certain brands. Now we really don't have to say certain brands. We can say broad spectrum, and if they look for that, they'll be ensured that they're getting a good sunscreen that really does UVA and UVB protection.
And are there any special concerns for especially high-risk skin cancer groups to keep in mind, or just follow along with the same type of advice?
I think it's the same type of advice, which is, you need a fair amount of sunscreen, which is, the equivalent of a shot glass. You really need to be applying enough. And of course, I always told my skin cancer patients that you really need something that protects UVA, and that now we have this with this new FDA announcement. So I think the whole area probably will save some time in my day. I'm not explaining the details of sunscreen and UVA. I think just something simple like this was really a good thing. So we're really delighted that the FDA announced this.
And what about any safety concerns that patients might have?
I don't think there's any safety. There's no scientific data that there are any safety concerns. So obviously it's more important for our patients to really protect themselves, get good sun protection. There are no safety concerns.
For Global Medical News Network, I'm Heidi Splee.